Okay, all right. Hello everybody again. This is Tarot Lumination with another survey question for all of you, okay? We're going deeper here. I want to thank everybody who replied and gave all your wonderful feedback from the earlier questions. I've been doing a lot of homework based on your replies, and I want to ask some more questions, get some more feedback to see how everybody feels. Basically, how does everybody feel about having Tarot Lumination 2? This would be a subscriber-only channel. This would be for the premium content, events, webinars, guests, and so on. Now, let me do some notes here so you can see that I'm taking this seriously. With Tarot Lumination 2, this would be a more structured experience. These would be planned events and webinars. In other words, you would get notices, notifications. There would be a lot of interaction in planning things ahead of time to make sure we all know what we're doing. Now, this would include possibly guest panelists, some audience participation, okay? Now, this would include audio and video. We could put you on the screen and we could be talking back and forth, okay? Openly, either with Tarot Lumination or with the guest panelist, okay? Now, we would also very likely have to have a moderator, someone who can literally help me to get through this, because it's an awful lot for Tarot Lumination to handle on its own. And so I'm very interested in working with some moderators. And this would be just to help and have fun, at least get things rolling. So, and also, of course, we'd be open to suggestions too for whatever Tarot Lumination isn't coming up with itself, you know. I've got a lot of ideas here already, and I'm getting so much positive feedback and encouragement that I really want to open out, broaden the scope of Tarot Lumination to cover some really interesting, fun, and serious topics that really are, they might be a little strange in mass media, okay, but where we are here in Little Tarot Lumination, we can pretty much do whatever we want. And in case you hadn't noticed, most of us seem here to like going pretty deep. Also, everybody, I just wanted to take this moment to thank you, because what I've also noticed from all the homework that I'm doing here is that a lot of you are really, really like advanced spiritual beings already. Like, you know a lot about astrology, you know a lot about tarot, you know a lot about spirituality and energy healing and the psychic, spiritual, and mystical realms. So it's really been quite an honor and a privilege for me to relate to you, because I wasn't expecting that, honestly, but it's starting to become pretty evident. It doesn't matter like the age or the gender or anything or the location. It's just a general vibe. So anyway, I wanted to put that in there. Back to this. The reason I'm thinking of this subscriber-only channel, it's a separate channel. There's Tarot Lumination and there's Tarot Lumination 2, which would be subscriber only, okay? That's a paid subscription, okay? Like a monthly thing, like you do your cell phone or your auto insurance or something, and it's all automated, okay? Now, we need to do this to cover the costs of operation. That's the meeting softwares and the webinar services. Some of them are, the reality is it's really expensive. I just have to tell you, for me to do this properly, and I have to host it all regardless of whether anybody shows up or not. So to make it viable, we have to have some kind of paid system, and we're just still exploring the way to keep all that working. So the cost would also include new cameras, new mic, and some materials, and also to cover the time, because it's a lot of work just to even get prepared to do a show. Okay, and the suggested amount to start that I'm thinking of is $1. Okay? And that's $1 per month. Okay? So, I know it's a little scary. You know, I have to tell you, let me mention while I'm here, I've been talking with some of the Google specialists, okay, who are trying to help very microscopic, tiny creators like Tarot Lumination get a foothold and find a way to keep going. There's lots of big rock star type channels, you know, tens of millions of viewers, and they can make a ton of money through their advertising revenue, and that's great. But we're only dealing with very tiny numbers here. We just have very small numbers of visitors and very small numbers of subscribers because we're a niche like market in a niche audience, and Tarot Lumination is the niche market in the niche market, if that makes any sense. Okay, so it's very, very tiny here, and we have to make it viable somehow. And so that's why we're exploring the subscriber channel thing. And also what YouTube has been teaching me with some of the feedback with the people is that some of the older systems that they have for trying to help creators get by are being deleted. Okay, they won't be operating anymore. Even the end screen stuff, that's all disappearing too, because it all affects something called watch time. Who knew? So I'm trying to accommodate that and stay ahead of the curve. The reality is it's all going to be heading towards subscription channels anyway down the road, especially for specialist crowds like ourselves. But we don't want to scare people away. Like, you know, Netflix is fantastic. You get incredible stuff there for $9 a month or $10 or whatever it is. It's incredible. All right? All we're trying to do here is like do a microscopic mini version of that. So you get a whole bunch of fun, cool stuff for $1 a month. Okay. All right. Sorry I get carried away here because I've been doing a lot of homework and I'm kind of excited. Sorry, did everybody see that? Can you see that? I'll just leave it there for a second and then I'll flip to the next page. All right? Next. So how does this all work? How does this all happen? Well, it's just like you do right now. You log in or watch from your smartphone or laptop or whatever. Tarot Lumination is going to stay just like it is. The way we get started with this is that Tarot Lumination invites you to deliberately subscribe to the new channel. There's an L here. Separately. That would be Tarot Lumination 2. That doesn't exist yet, but if we get really good feedback about this survey, then down the road, we're going to create Tarot Lumination 2. You know, in England, like they have BBC 1, BBC 2, BBC 3, BBC 4. This would be Tarot Lumination 2. Okay? Now, we still keep the original Tarot Lumination, all right? That's not going to go away. So you can now have all the free fun stuff. We're still going to do live stuff, all right? But the subscription is all done through Google itself. It's just like shopping online. I've been doing some homework here. So if you set up the channel and it's a subscriber only, then a little box comes up and it says, hello, log in, please, blah, 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 $1. Click. And that's it. And then it sets you up with an automatic $1 a month payment plan. And you don't even have to think about it because it's so super cheap. All right? Now, so what happens is that $1 a month is automatically, you know, put through the subscription, okay? Which turns out to be $12 a year, which is, you know, a pretty good deal. But obviously, to make it work, we need lots of subscribers to make it all work. Lots. I mean, hundreds. You know, because with the YouTube culture of everything is free all the time for everybody, it's incredibly hard to get people to actually consider the idea of paying for stuff if it's all for free in the first place. So the only way to do it is just, you know, give it a shot, because eventually that's where YouTube is trying to take everybody anyway. It's doing everything it can to help viewers and subscribers come towards this subscriber model. Because right now, for example, with the private readings, they go up and they go down and they cost a lot of money, and not everybody can afford them, and it's complicated to set it up. You got to do your PayPal, you got to do your Skype or whatever it is, and a lot of people are just like, whoa, wow, okay, well, I'll just treat my general readings as my reading, okay? And that's fine. I'm really honored that you can, get so much out of all the free stuff. But with the subscriber-only channel, Tarot Lumination 2, we're talking more about the events and the things like that, and we can do specialized subjects and things. And I might do some readings as well, So anyway, I hope that makes a bit of sense. Just so that you get the idea, this particular survey and explanation, it's actually a follow-up from our previous surveys where our kind viewers offered your very valuable feedback. Thank you, dear viewers. Tarot Lumination here is working hard to try and find the best ways to provide as much service to as many people as possible at the lowest possible cost, while still keeping Tarot Lumination alive. The only way it seems to go here is the subscription model, as they call it. Okay, so we're just exploring right now, but I would love your feedback. Some of you have been really good at offering really constructive feedback, and I really would like to get some more. This is kind of like fine-tuning of what we've been doing already. So that's what this is all about. The whole thing is about, I'm just going to mark it here, it's all about, just bear with me, it's a subscriber-only channel, and that would be Tarot Lumination 2. So take some time, think about it, and if you've got anything useful, please let me know, and then I can take that information and go back to Google and YouTube and, figure out what to do next, okay? So thank you for your time, thank you for watching this, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.